His re-election campaign with a planned rally in Florida this morning as he pledges to pump up the economy.
We're also here today to celebrate jobs.
Meanwhile, his new attacks calling the news media the enemy of the American people. Plus, Mike Pence talks tough on Russia in his first overseas trip as vice president.
Monster storm, Southern California slammed by torrential rain. Roads crumbling. This fire truck tumbling into a sinkhole.
There it goes.
Cars also swallowed up. Stranded motorists waiting for help. This interstate, a muddy swamp. Massive trees toppled. We have team coverage of this deadly storm with another on the way.
The international murder mystery, the new twist in the assassination of the half-brother of North Korea's leader. The woman who claims she was tricked into taking part.
They are deceiving us.
As North Korea refuses to accept new autopsy results.
And Harrison Ford's cockpit confusion. His conversation with the control tower the day he had a close call with a passenger jet.
LA helicopter, Husky 89 hotel uniform.
Was he confused about what kind of aircraft he was flying?
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
Hey, good morning, and we have a shot of President Trump arriving in West Palm Beach, Florida to spend the weekend at what they're calling the Winter White House, President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort, where he's waking up this morning and preparing to take a big leap back into his comfort zone.
With his young administration recently moving from crisis to crisis, Trump is attempting to regain his footing and reclaim the narrative by going into campaign mode. Now, he held a campaign-style rally at a Boeing plant in South Carolina yesterday, and later today in Central Florida, he's going to hold an actual campaign rally. That's right, just 4 weeks into his presidency. We're already talking about 2020. This day is being organized by his re-election campaign, not by the White House, already in campaign mode.
Meanwhile, this morning, Vice President Mike Pence is making his first overseas trip, speaking at a security conference in Germany, and with questions swirling about the Trump team's connections to Russia, Pence vowing that the United States will, quote, hold Russia accountable.
There is a whole lot to cover this morning, and we begin with ABC's Mary Bruce, who's traveling with the president in West Palm Beach. Mary, good morning to you.
Good morning. Well, the president has escaped Washington as he tries to escape some of these challenges of his first month in office. He is back in his element down here, talking to voters, hitting that economic message that got him elected. And as you mentioned, he's looking ahead, just 30 days in, and he's already campaigning for a second term. President Trump is back on the road.
We're here today to celebrate American engineering and American manufacturing. We're also here today to celebrate jobs.
Touring a Boeing plant in South Carolina, touting their new plane.
The name says it all, Dreamliner, great name.
Just 1 month after taking office, Trump's in campaign mode, literally. Later today, holding his first campaign rally for the 2020 election. And he's setting high expectations.
I'll be in Melbourne, Florida, and I just heard that the crowds are massive that want to be there.
A change in venue for the president this weekend, but not a change in tone when it comes to the press. Trump tweeting, "The fake news media is not my enemy, it is the enemy of the American people." It comes after he ripped into reporters earlier this week.
Quiet.
Focusing on the press over policy during his 77-minute news conference.
The news is fake. It's all fake news. This is fake news. The press should be ashamed of themselves.
Meanwhile, Vice President Pence turns his attention towards security. In his first trip overseas, Pence talking tough as questions mount about the administration's possible ties to Russia.
The United States will continue to hold Russia accountable, even as we search for new common ground, which, as you know, President Trump believes can be found.
Hours before, Senator John McCain at the same security conference in Germany suggesting there's a long road ahead.
In many respects, this administration is in disarray, and they've got a lot of work to do.
Now back here in Florida, the president is hoping to change the conversation with these events. This is now the third weekend in a row that he has spent here at his Mar-a-Lago estate. Dan and Paula?
Mary, thank you. Let's bring in Amy Holmes, a conservative political analyst who works for Rasmussen Reports. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I thought you liked
Thanks
my
for having me.
pronunciation on
I
Rasmussen.
did.
Yes.
I love the emphasis.
Yeah, you schooled me before we came on the air this morning, just so everybody knows. So let's start with today's rally. Remarkable, as we said, that he's holding a campaign rally organized by his 2020 re-election campaign just a month into his presidency. Why is he doing this?
Because we're covering it, and it's his way to reach the American people through the media. He doesn't have to bring the cameras. We're bringing the cameras. We're going to be broadcasting it. If you turn on to your cable news this afternoon, I'm sure you're going to be full of Donald Trump, seeing him deliver his message. And as he said in his Thursday press conference, which I found fascinating, he said, I'm making my case to the American people, and the press get to be present.
And speaking of the press, it seems to be this battle brewing between the press and Trump. I want to talk about that tweet yesterday. He called the media, quote, the enemy of the American people. Do you think this is a blatant undermining of the media and freedom of the press, the First Amendment?
Well, those are two very separate questions. I do think that it is a tactic on the part of the president to undermine the press, to blunt their impact on his administration and all of the negative stories that are coming out, many of which I would say I think are a little half-baked, a lot of insinuation, light on fact, very heavy on accusation. And Donald Trump is saying to the American people, don't believe everything you read. And guess what? At Rasmussen Reports, we found out throughout the campaign and even last month in January that a majority of Americans, likely voters, say that they don't trust the media. They think the media is biased and biased against Donald Trump. Your second question, is this an attack on the First Amendment and the Fourth Estate? Yes, of course it is. But is it an attack on the truth? Well, that's up to us to keep reporting it.
Let me ask you about something that's going to be interesting to watch unfold this week. Congress is on break. Members going back to their home districts, many of them holding town halls. A lot of left-wing activists are vowing to show up and make a lot of noise. Not dissimilar to what the Tea Party did here. Right. Are we seeing the beginning of a Tea Party on the left, and is it likely to be a powerful force?
I think we are, and one of the really interesting reports that I saw is that the progressive left is thinking about challenging Democrats in primaries. And remember, that's what the Tea Party did to Republicans. They fielded their own candidates to put Republican feet to the fire. You know, this energy that we're seeing, the post-election, post-inauguration coming from the progressive left with all of the marches, with all of the rallies. At first it looked very diffuse, like what is the cause? Now it's starting to gain focus, and if they can field these candidates to actually challenge Democrats, you might see a left-wing Tea Party in the making.
We're seeing a lot here about the dynamics of American politics, perhaps for many years to come. Amy Holmes from Rasmussen, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Dan.
it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. Come back. It's great to have you. We want to move now to our other big story this morning. Southern California is being slammed by a major storm. Look at this airport in Santa Barbara. Yeah, that's an airport where flooding has completely shut down the runway. Up to 9 inches of water, just one of the many startling images that we're seeing. And Rob is in Pacific Palisades with more. Rob, good morning to you.
Good morning, Paula. What a remarkable turnaround from the drought, but we've gone way too far in the other direction. This is one of the worst storms this area has seen, really, in the last decade. Over 8 inches of rain falling in parts of Santa Barbara County. Some wind gusting over 100 miles an hour, and this surf continues to pound the coastline. Look at it on the radar. The heaviest rain is moving down to the south and east, but we're still going to see on and off rain. Some thunderstorms possible today as the larger storm begins to lumber onshore, and we've got flash flood watches that remain in effect, and at the higher elevations, some warnings in the way of snow. Here's how it's going to time out. We'll drive the core of this storm out into the desert southwest, but another storm is lining up Sunday night into Monday. This one looks potent as well, pointed a little bit more at central and northern California, but it's going to have wind and a tremendous amount of rain with this. Also could see a half a foot of rain there, where we have obviously some infrastructure issues in the way of the Oroville Dam. We had some of those issues yesterday, flash flooding causing a dangerous commute, even some landslides and some sinkholes. And we find our Marcy Gonzalez near one of those sinkholes in Studio City this morning. Good morning, Marcy.
Good morning, Robin. It is a massive sinkhole, more than 10 feet deep, so deep it swallowed a van and a car. You can see crews busy at work right now pulling one of those vehicles out. Also, a woman was pulled from this sinkhole, and she told rescuers she thought she was going to die. The gigantic sinkhole opening up without warning. Rescuers finding the driver standing on her upside-down car as a river of water surrounds her, pulling her to safety. Minutes later,
there it goes. It's crazy. I turned around for 1 second, and then the second car fell into the sinkhole.
That second driver able to get out of the car before it fell in. The powerful storm also eroding freeways, leaving this fire truck dangling off the edge of Interstate 15. The firefighters inside escaping before the roadway gave out. Around Los Angeles, other roadways overwhelmed by the floodwaters, forcing drivers to abandon their cars.
Everything shut down. So, I've never seen it like this around here. A commute from hell.
This mountainside giving way, threatening homes below.
Oh, there goes the tree.
There it goes, Tom.
Oh, the whole mountain was sliding.
On the ground, huge sections of Interstate 138 turning into a muddy swamp. Firefighters struggling to free stranded drivers. So far, at least 4 people killed by the storm. The driver in this car unable to get out before the floodwaters rushed in. A driver in front of them had to be rescued. Another man electrocuted by downed power lines. Damaging winds ripping the metal off of this tractor trailer. Massive trees crushing cars, this man barely escaping in time. In Huntington Beach, this man fighting against the heavy winds and rain, trying to walk along the pier. During the height of the storm, more than 78,000 customers lost power in Los Angeles County alone.
Unfortunately, the power is on here, and they are putting it to good use. You can see still working to pull those vehicles out. Now, incredibly, the woman who was rescued from this hole is expected to be okay. She was taken to a hospital and was last listed in fair condition. Dan?
Those scenes are harrowing. Marcy, thank you very much for your reporting this morning. We're going to turn now, though, to the bizarre twist in the assassination of the half-brother of the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. A woman arrested in this killing claims she thought she was taking part in a prank TV show. ABC's Jennifer Eccleston is on the story from our London bureau. Jennifer, good morning to you.
Dan, this morning the investigation into the death of Kim Jong-nam taking another interesting turn, with an international he said, she said raging across several Asian nations. This morning, North Korea vowing not to accept the outcome of today's second autopsy of Kim Jong-nam, the older half-brother of dictator Kim Jong-un.
They are deceiving us. They are concealing something.
The investigation complicated by an assortment of Asian nations, seemingly at odds. On Friday, Indonesian officials weighing in on the international murder mystery, reporting one suspect is believed to be the victim of a deadly deception.
The whole story doesn't really work for me.
According to the investigators, the 25-year-old woman, an Indonesian living in Malaysia, told police she thought she was part of a hidden camera TV show, spraying Kim Jong-nam, along with several others, in the face for laughs, with no knowledge of the possible dangerous chemicals inside. South Korea, however, is calling Kim Jong-nam's death an assassination by North Korean agents.
The public shouldn't assume that this is a prank. There's every indication, based on North Korea's history, that this was a targeted kill.
And overnight, a fourth suspect carrying a North Korean ID was arrested by Malaysian police. And this morning, Malaysian authorities are requesting a matching DNA sample from family before releasing the body of Kim Jong-nam, and that's unlikely to come from the highly secretive dynasty. Dan and Paula?
Head-scratching details for sure. Jennifer Eccleston, thank you for your reporting this morning. And back here at home in Indiana, authorities are intensifying their efforts to find a suspect responsible for murdering 2 teenage girls. ABC's Adrienne Bankert has more on this story.
This morning, sorrow turning into frustration and anger. Neighbors in Delphi, Indiana, stunned as the tragic murders of 2 teenage girls remain unsolved.
I think it's terrible. It makes me sick to my stomach going down to the bridge thinking one of my friends died down there.
The hunt for whoever killed 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German entering its 6th day. Police looking into hundreds of tips, searching this farmhouse near the crime scene.
We're checking the cell phones. We're checking your social media places. We're looking at every possible option.
Search teams scouring the majestic trails where the girls were dropped off to go hiking Monday around 1 p.m. Just after 2 p.m., Liberty Snapchats this photo of Abby walking across a bridge. At 3 p.m., the girls were scheduled to be picked up but never returned. Their bodies found Tuesday in rough wooded terrain less than a mile away.
For them to get from there all the way here with all that rough territory, they had to walk.
Investigators want to speak to the man in this photo, believed to have been in the area at the same time as the girls. Police saying he may be a witness. This morning, only calling him a person of interest.
We have no suspects at this point in time, and we need information.
Residents in this close-knit city of just about 2,800 are on edge, wondering if whoever committed the crime is someone they know.
And hundreds came out for the search. It's expected that a large crowd will be attending the girls' viewing later today, which will be held at the Delphi High School gym. Just a heartbreaking and cruel story. I mean, you think about these two little girls, and we still don't know how they died.
And no suspects yet. Thanks
Right.
very much, Adrian.
We are thinking about their families this morning. Adrian, thank you very much. Let's get it back to Rob, who's in Pacific Palisades, California, covering the big weather news out there. Hey, Rob.
Good morning again, Dan. Hi, Paula. The rain coming down once again here in what should be sunny California, but certainly not this year, not this winter. It has been one for the record books for sure. The waves behind me, you know, this is an area where they do a lot of surfing, but not the past couple of days, just way too rough. Out east, they may be tempted to break out their surfboards here in the next couple of days. Record-breaking temperatures across, this is the midsection of the country, obviously, mid to upper 60s, even 70s in Omaha, Nebraska. But a lot of this heat's going to be pouring off towards the east coast today. 15 to 30 degrees above average from Myrtle Beach all the way up through Long Island. So you have that to look forward to. And now, the trend is really for that to hang around for the next week or so. That's a quick check on what's going on nationally. Here now is your local forecast. Check it out.
Well, we are starting out in the 30s this morning, so the heavy coat definitely going to be needed. But make sure you wear the short sleeves underneath because daytime highs today in the upper 60s to low 70s for some. Remember that average high at 48, so some of us about 20 degrees above average for this time of year. That warmth going to stick with us on Sunday, but an increasing cloud cover coming tonight. Maybe a few sprinkles to start your Sunday morning, but expecting lots of sunshine for the afternoon.
That is the latest from the West Coast as this liquid sunshine continues to fall down. We'll see you guys in the next half an hour with more. Dan, Paula?
Liquid sunshine.
Trying to be optimistic.
Yeah, okay. Rob, get back here to New York. We miss you, man.
Rob's cup is always half full, just like Ron Claiborne. Your cup's always half full, right?
Thank you. Thanks very much. Good morning to you, Paula and Dan. Diane, good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. We're going to begin with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta, where work is stopped at the labs that study some of the world's most dangerous germs. The issue, air hoses that feed air into these special suits the scientists use to protect themselves from pathogens. The hoses may not have been designed for human use. CDC says it does have a small supply of suits with safe hoses to continue critical research. And New York Jets cornerback Darrelle Revis has turned himself in to face felony charges stemming from a fight that ended with two men being knocked unconscious. This in Pittsburgh. Revis turning himself in to Pittsburgh police Friday evening. Investigators say that he and a friend got into that fight last weekend when two men refused to stop recording them on a cell phone. Revis is accused of aggravated assault, robbery, and other charges. And some Air Force jets rattled residents in South Florida Friday night with sonic boom. Security cameras in Broward County capturing that sound around 7 p.m. Friday night. Officials say a plane was flying toward restricted airspace near the president's private club, Mar-a-Lago. The Air Force sent two fighter jets to investigate. They caused the sonic booms on the way. The wayward private plane eventually flew away from the restricted airspace. And in Australia, a man was attacked by a shark and critically injured. The 26-year-old man was spearfishing on the Great Barrier Reef when he was bitten on the leg by that shark. This happened on Saturday, today. Friends pulled him onto their boat, applied a tourniquet. He was then airlifted to a hospital where he underwent surgery. And finally, a man in Pennsylvania returned an overdue library book 75 years late. Robert Lockman is his name, and he found the book. It was called 5% Happier. Isn't that odd? No, actually, it was called Val Rides the Oregon Trail. When he was cleaning out his basement recently, he thinks his dad checked it out when he was a kid. The due date, 5 days before the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. Lockman figures his dad just forgot about it with a war going on. A librarian says the late fine would add up to about $550, but they're going to let it go.
So it was 75% overdue.
It was 75% overdue.
Pearl Harbor, done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. But then 75 years later, he found it.
Ryan, you're looking very erudite with those glasses today.
No contacts today, that's all.
What's
But
that
thank
new
you.
Like it.
context?
No.
It's working for you.
Yeah,
Is
you're
it?
very
Thank
well,
you.
man.
Sophisticated.
Thank you very much.